General, you talked about the civilian JTF, and then in the course of having that conversation, you talked about the herdsmen and how they've been operating. If the civilian JTF, as you said, know the terrain, they know their environment, and they've been effective in assisting the military in routing Boko Haram in the northeast, do you think they can also be used in routing the herdsmen that continue to rampage across the country?
Well, I have not mentioned herdsmen, but you did. But it's all right. What I want you to understand is that there is no way you can succeed in any program, especially when security is involved, without involving the stakeholders. This time around, the stakeholders could be any segment of the society. In the case of the Northeast, the youths were found to be very, very useful. So when you talk about cattle rustlers or livestock rustlers, armed bandits and all the rest, they might live in camps, but they come into the society to do one thing or the other, or even sell some of their stolen or rustled cattle. And people know them, people associate with them. So the best way for you to get to the bottom of the problem is to involve the people. Rightly, you may have people that are actually complicit in the whole process. For instance, there are some of them that they benefit from this cattle rustling. So if, for instance, you made a mistake of associating yourself with them, they will definitely give out information against you. And it has happened time without number. So actually, it is equally important that you involve people in anything you do. And in the case of cattle rustling, I know the military involve the services of other members of the society, be it religious, traditional, youth, and even the elders of the community. And it has been paying the desired dividends. And it is not just the issue of cattle rustling. When you go to the other geopolitical zones of the country, we have had instances people were agitating for so many sort of things. But the people there, that when they were involved, they came out and stated the fact that actually they are not in any way in support of such things. So they created a wrong impression that actually they are doing things or wrong things on behalf of the people, when in real sense of the war they are on their own. And so when you involve the people, you tend to gain more intelligence, more confidence, and of course you will be successful. So it could be possible also.
Okay, indeed, the phrase you used was cattle rustling. Now, in the news, strongest in the news has been the situation in southern Kaduna. The military is setting up and is establishing, I think, 1 or 2 battalions, and I stand to be corrected, in that area. Are you going to be using the services of the youth there? Would you be encouraging something like the civilian JTF in southern Kaduna so as to help to calm or to quell the issues there?
Well, you cannot say civilian JTF. Every society, to a large extent, support the security forces or the military, as the case may be, in some ways they think it's best possible. So when we talk about the Northeast, you have the civilian JTF. In other parts of the society, you have the vigilante, you have the traditional rulers, and other opinion leaders. So if in the southern part of Kaduna, people decide on their own volition to trust some group of people and say, look, we trust and respect these people. They are impartial. They are not party to all these conflicts. Can you work with them? Why not? We can go ahead and work with them. But the long and short of it is that what I want people to understand is that the military or the security forces do not have the Midas touch about security issues of this country. It behoves on the people to tell themselves the truth that, look, no matter what, so much as I want peace, the other person wants peace. Whatever I want, another person may likely want it. So let's have a convergent point so that we can settle things amicably rather than resorting to violence and bloodshed. So there should be mutual respect and, affection among the components group.
Well, Brigadier General Sani Osman, Director, Army Public Relations, we must thank you for coming on Sunrise Daily.
It is my pleasure to. Thank you so much for having me.